It is time to film a video that I have been looking forward to filming for a really long time, and now I'm finally settled in. I'm in my studio. It's actually organized. It's not just piles on the floor. It's an organized studio again. I'm very excited. So we are here to film the best and worst of 2026 so far. I have a couple of products here that I really enjoy, and then I have a couple of products here that I'm like, not so much. I did actually film this look as a short. I used the Fighter palette by Fantasy Cosmetica. I've been doing I started a series where I'm doing tutorials with older palettes, having my stash for short form, and that one, if it's not live, it's coming live real soon as short form. Okay, let's just dive into the makeup products and start with that, and then I have a couple of hair care and a fragrance to talk about as well. Most of these products I have been trying out for quite some time. Some of them are newer discoveries, and I have a couple of products that I really enjoy, but I wasn't sure if they were a favorite yet, so I didn't mention them here. Maybe we'll mention them in the yearly favorites if they end up being a favorite. The first one I want to mention, I'm pretty sure I discovered this year. This year feels like it's been 10 minutes and 10 years at the same time, because I started this year in Texas, and then I was in Sweden for a month and a half, something, and now I'm in Italy. This year has been a lifetime. But this is the NYX Make 'em Wonder Soft Matte Buildable Foundation. Fantastic foundation, one of the best matte foundations I've ever tried. It is liquidy, it has a medium to full coverage, it holds up amazingly on the skin. I have oily combo skin. I'm like normal in the outer perimeter, and then I'm pretty oily in my T-zone. And it is really warm. It was warm in Texas, it was not warm in Sweden, but it is really warm here in Italy as well, especially now during the heat wave. This one is amazing. This is not my shade though right now, so I need to get another shade of this one, but this is one of the best matte long wearing foundations for oily combo skin that I've ever tried. It's absolutely amazing. I love how it looks on the skin. It holds up great. Cannot recommend it enough. I've also been really into balm foundations this year, and I started out with the Laura Mercier foundation. I had to found the shade that I have been using. You can see here I've actually hit pan on this one. This one is an 03. Loving this foundation. It doesn't have that much though. It's only 5 grams of product, which is a crazy low amount of product. Okay, 5 grams of product is less than you would usually get in a cream bronzer. It is very little product. I will say very little product, but it is an amazing product. Have you noticed this like shrinkflation with makeup? Because this one looks like a small packaging, but this is actually a fluid ounce. But also the powder that came out with this NYX collection also had very little product. The other balm foundation that I'm loving is the L'Oreal one. How much does this one have? 8 grams. So this one has 8 grams, which is slightly more than what you usually get in a cream bronzer. So this one is actually quite a lot more product, and I love this. You can see it's very well used. Both of these, I'm actually wearing this one today. This one is slightly more pigmented than this one. I love both of these. This one comes off more sheer light coverage. This one comes off more a medium coverage, because again, this is what I'm wearing today. I'm actually going out and about today. It is 95 degrees here in Turin today, and I am going to a wine district to, I don't know, go wine shopping, gallivanting around the vineyard, something like that. And this one, I know it holds these. You think they're going to be balmy, you think they're going to be greasy, but they actually hold up so great on the skin. They look like a natural, slightly radiant, not radiant finish, but they're not matte. There's like something going on the skin, but they hold up so great. Don't break up, don't like get super greasy. I'm just so impressed with how lovely and not flat they make my skin look, but still wear so incredible. Both of those absolutely amazing. Been loving both of them, but I'm gonna be honest with you, get the L'Oreal one. The only thing that the Laura Mercier is doing better than the L'Oreal is the shade range. Get the L'Oreal one. Then we have a bronzer. Same problem here. I absolutely, let's actually talk about these in the same breath. Love the macaron, I think they're called Blush and Glow from Tarte. Absolutely amazing. I have 2 shades. I have a peachy one that's Honey Blossom, and then I have Pink Champagne, which is the one I have on my cheeks today. I think these are absolutely amazing. They come in a dual packaging like this. You open them up, and there's a cream bronzer that doesn't have shimmer in it, and there's a cream blush that doesn't have shimmer in it, and then it is a highlighter blush hybrid baked powder that you put on top, and then the peach one looks like this. It's a little bit more of a like a peach gold glow. Absolutely fantastic products. Love them. These are hyped for a reason. And I will say the bronzer is absolutely amazing as well, but same here. Same here. Look at this. You don't get a lot of product in this one. So this is the bronze. Is it Macaron Sculpt and Bronze Duo? I have it in brown sugar. This is the one I'm wearing today. This gives me like a kind of a sheer tan. I don't think my bronzer is very like sharp today. Absolutely beautiful. I was traveling with this one. As you can see, I'm really loving it. But same here, you don't get a lot of product. This one has, ooh, the powder is 5 grams and the cream is 3 grams. And how much was this one again? 5 grams. So this one is not that much more than it is in this one here. But again, beautiful product, but I do go through the cream bronzer quite a lot, and I do hope that Tarte comes out with this cream bronzer in a single, because I would love that. The powder bronzer is great too though. I really like layering them, and what I really like about these products is that the cream works good on its own. You don't need to set it with a powder, and the powder works good on its own too. You don't need the cream to make it work, but they're also great together, so it makes it versatile. I love a good versatile product. Something else that I'm wearing a little bit of today is actually the ones from Glosscott. I'm just wearing a little bit of this one. It is in Got Caught. I'm wearing a little bit of this one on today. The only thing I will say, they're a little hard to open, especially if you have nails. So there we go. I'm just wearing a little bit of this one on top just to get a little extra glow. This is a beautiful, almost like a gel powder highlighter blush hybrid. These are more than a glowy blush. These are a blush highlighter combo. You will get extremely glowy cheeks with this, but if you love that, these are beautiful, stunning. Love the colors. Some of them are a little bit similar, but still they're absolutely stunning. Really enjoying this product. These were sent to me as PR. The Laura Mercier one was also sent to me as PR. This one here. The last PR I got from Laura Mercier before I moved from the US. The Tarte ones I bought myself, the NYX one I bought myself, and the L'Oreal one I bought myself. I will link all of these products down below in the description box, and I always mark out which ones I bought with my own money and which ones I got in PR. These ones I got in PR, and I do have I got my discount code back with Glosscott, so you can use the code Angelica and get some money off if you're ordering from Glosscott. Absolutely love those blushes. They're so good. I also really love the NARS ones. These are a similar idea. These are also a highlighter blush hybrid, very glowy. I will say on the cheeks, these are pretty similar to each other on the cheeks, but I do think the NARS ones come in a better packaging, come in not as many colors, but also like different kinds of colors. And for some people, the NARS ones might be easier to get a hold of because Glosscott is a Swedish indie brand and they do ship from Sweden. So it depends on like what is easier for you to get a hold of. But if you're looking for a highlighted blush, both the NARS ones and the Glosscott ones are absolutely amazing. But again, I'm telling you right now, they are very glowy. They're not like, oh, a little sheen, they're glowy, okay? That's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna mention something that I don't know if I've ever meant, oh, I have, but this is the best tubing mascara that I have ever had. I don't usually talk about mascaras because I don't think mascaras rarely wow me. And I think the last time I talked about mascara was probably maybe the one from, Tower 28. I love the Bagal Bang, but this is the Tube Job by Urban Decay. Don't love the name. I did get sent this as PR, but you can see how well used this one is. This is fantastic tube mascara. It really does coat and make your lashes very impressive, super easy to take off at the end of the day, doesn't smudge, doesn't pill. The longevity is beautiful, and I'm not the person who doesn't wear lashes. I'm wearing lashes today. I'm wearing Cinch Beauty Stealth Wealth on my eyes today. But I will say I do like my lashes without falsies with this one. And this is the best tubing mascara that I've ever tried. So even though I hate the job, I gotta say Urban Decay did a great job with the Tube Job mascara. It's absolutely beautiful. It does come in other colors too. So one of the products that I've been using the most since I started using the Marc Jacobs Beauty is the eyeliner. I've only tried one color, so this is going to be me saying this color is amazing. I've not tried the other colors. I've seen some mixed reviews of the Marc Jacobs Beauty. Some people love it, some people hate it. I didn't really hate any of it. I didn't have a problem with wear time. I've been wearing it. The only thing I will say is that I've only tried one color of each. I didn't have the opportunity to try more colors, but I will say the yellow eyeliner from Marc Jacobs. This is the new one in Draw This Way in Hot Take. This is a matte bright pastel yellow. This is a fantastic yellow. This is probably the best yellow like eyeliner for the waterline I've ever tried. It goes on opaque, it stays on me all day. It literally stays until I take my makeup off at night. It's really an impressive eyeliner. I really enjoy this one. So if you're like me and you love a yellow in the waterline, this one is really good. Again, I have not tried the other colors, but I gotta say this one, very impressive. Another product that I'm also wearing today, and I was so impressed with these colors, and this is from Blend Bunny, and this is the what are these actually called? Lip glazes, right? A masterclass lip glazes, and these are the 4 new neutral shades that they came out with. I am wearing the Bare It All. Is it called? No, Body Talk. That's the one I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Body Talk. These are all of these colors, such great colors. Really beautiful like formulation. It is light, it is almost opaque. It has like a slight bit of like see-throughness to it, which makes it very wearable, and it just feels so thin and beautiful. It's not sticky, it is not goopy, it is not thick. It is just a beautiful formulation, and these colors are stunning. I love all 4 of these colors. I was incredibly impressed when I tried them, and like I said, I've been wearing them since I did that video, and I just think they're absolutely beautiful. These 4 colors, definitely recommend. And I also gotta I've only used it a couple of times, but this new cheek palette, this is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Masterclass Psilocybin cheek palette, and I have it in number 1, which is the lighter one. Beautiful. If you love an unusual color combo and a statement cheek, this cheek palette literally has beautiful combinations. This is a more like an almost orangey peach to a pink, and this one is like almost like a green iridescent. Both of these are more sparkly highlighters, but they look wet on the cheeks. Just really beautiful formulations in really out there but still wearable but experimental fun colors. This is just a really fun cheek palette for the person who has it all and just want to play with makeup, and I was very impressed with the color combos. I already knew I liked the formulations, but yeah, I'm very impressed with this one. I think it's absolutely stunning. Okay, let me talk about, so I've tried quite a few fragrances this year, and I want to talk about the one where I am like, wow, this one is really impressive. Maybe I can bring out like the actual notes of this one, and I've tried quite a few fragrances that I love. I will say all the fragrances that you have seen me haul this year. I've tried the new banana one from Juliet Has a Gun, the 2 new Kayali ones, the one from Fleur, all the body sprays that I've tried, all of them except one that I'm going to talk about, I've really enjoyed. But this one is my favorite. I wanted to bring it up so we can actually have the right notes. And this is from Boy Smells. And if you remember, because I did a ranking all the fragrances that I tried in 2025, and I mentioned the first initial body mist drop from Boy Smells as my least favorite. I really did not like them. I thought they were generic, they smelled plastic, they smelled old. I didn't like them at all. They smelled like 80s toys, you know, those fragrance toys. Did not like them. This new drop though, absolutely beautiful. They had 3 fragrance drops that were like spa inspired. All of them are really good. My favorite is the cucumber one. This one is, it's so fresh. It is actually called, what's the actual name? It's called Cuke. Okay, there we go. This is cucumber, green apple, fresh mint, jasmine, soft musk, and cedarwood, and it smells like mint and cucumber, and it just smells like a fragrance version of that like minty cucumber water that you would get at a spa. It is very spa feeling, and it's perfect for the summer. Again, I'm going out and about. It is that fresh without feeling like soap, but just a different kind of body spray that just smells absolutely incredible. This is so different from anything I have in my collection. And it is a way of making, and I think this is something that Boy Smells does really good. They do unusual fragrance combination is really good, which is what I was so disappointed with the first fragrance sprays, because I thought they were generic, but in a bad way. This is different in a good way. They make these fresh scents so well. They're so different. Remember Bramble from a couple of years ago? Oh, I still love that one. I'm nursing that one. It's so good. But this one, Cucumber and Mint, absolutely blown away. It is such a good one. I also want to talk about two hair products that I've discovered that I really love. First being, this is an empty actually. This is the Amika Undone Texture Spray. Bought this one, went through it. Probably my favorite texture spray that I've ever tried. I am gonna buy a new one because I just gone through it. Beautiful. It really does make your hair, it gives it texture and a little bit of like body without being sticky, because some of them are like sugar water, which I hate. This one still makes your hair feel and act like hair, but just a little bit more texture and a little bit more voluminous, which is perfect for someone like me that does have, I don't have thin hair, but I have thin hairs. I have very fine hairs, but I have a lot of hairs. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, this one, this texture spray, probably my favorite one that I've ever tried, definitely repurchasing. And then I gotta say, I always thought hair oils are hair oils are hair oils. I gotta like eat my own words and say that this one, I haven't used this one today. Maybe I'll use it with you. This is the Gizou Honey Infused Hair Oil. The first time I used this one, I remember looking at my hair. I hate the packaging though, I will say. I remember looking at my hair and being like, what did I use to make my hair so shiny? Because this one, I have never noticed a hair oil that actually makes my hair feel and look shinier. I just feel like you can see a difference. Let it sink in a little bit. I need to go and wash my hands. But I just feel like I can see a difference, and it feels more like a dry oil, so it doesn't make my hair greasy. That's a problem with some of the hair oils, that it makes my hair greasy, but this one is just a dry oil and it just makes my hair really shiny. I'm very impressed. I didn't think that there was going to be a difference between hair oils, but now that I've tried the Gizou one, I'm like, actually this one is kind of great. So yeah, I really don't like the packaging, but I love what it does for my hair, and I just feel like my hair just looks glossy. And I'm very excited to use this one the longer my hair gets, because I just think that this is gonna look so good when like on that slide. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and I think that hair oil is the first hair oil where I'm actually like seeing a visible difference right after applying it. Let's talk about some of the products that I didn't love, okay? Well, because you can't love everything. And I always try to give products a chance. If I don't like them initially, I try to use them again and be like, okay, can I use it in a different way? Was it my problem? Who would like these? And so on and so forth. And sometimes I like products right away, and then using them again, I'm like, actually, no, this isn't it. So let me talk about some of the products that I didn't like that I've been using. This first one I have mentioned before, but I do want to mention it again because I've seen some people comparing this to actually good highlighters, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? This is the e.l.f. highlighter. I have it in Halo Glow Silky Powder Highlighter. I have it in Blush Money. This is dry and gritty and looks sad. It looks sad swatched. It looks sad on the skin. I've seen some people comparing this to Rare Beauty, and I'm like, that has got to be an undeclared sponsorship, because no one in their right mind would compare this to an actual good highlighter. It is just very, even my husband used this one when he did my makeup. He did like a husband does my makeup thing. It was like in February, and even he was like, why is it so bad? It's not a great highlighter. Yes, it is affordable, but honestly, you can get better highlighters from ColourPop, from Wet n Wild, from other affordable places. This is not it. I don't think this is a great highlighter. Save your money. Another highlighter that I don't like, actually two highlighters that I don't like for the exact same reason, is the new one from NARS. I have it in Heavenly. This is, I think you can even see, this is like a balm highlighter. This is Vaseline. It looks like Vaseline, it feels like Vaseline. It's one of those, like, if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck. I mean, yeah, it's gonna look really glowy on the cheeks, but it's because it feels and acts like Vaseline. I just don't understand I just don't understand. Let's leave it at that. Feel the same about this one from Dior. This one is the Dior Backstage Glassy Glow Stick. Yes, definitely in glazed rosy. And it's such a shame because this is like such a beautiful, you can see like a rose gold. I really thought I was gonna love this one. Again, it is giving Vaseline. And like literally my hair will stick both times when I have used these, because I've tried to make these work. Okay, I've tried to make these work. They eat up everything around them. They're like a parasite. And at the end of the day, I'm just left with a stripe of Vaseline with no makeup underneath, because these have literally dissolved everything underneath all the way through to my like foundation, primer. Like it's just no skin, Vaseline. They eat up makeup. I just don't understand these at all. These are too expensive. Who is this for? Who is this for? Because it just eats up everything. I think these are like an editorial makeup artist do and makeup shoot, because they look so good when you put them on, but they feel awful and they wear. No, absolutely not. Something else that I tried that I really didn't like is the Makeup Revolution Powder Pops. I got this sent as PR. This is a setting powder like this. This doesn't set your concealer. My concealer creases with this one. It doesn't work in my T-zone. It doesn't keep me matte. It doesn't set down my concealer. It literally is a pointless powder. Don't like it at all. I also feel the same about the Brow Boss. I saw someone make an ad about this one being like, oh my god, my brows are up all day. No, they're not. This is a sad brow gel. This is the new one from ColourPop. It's the 24-hour lifting brow gel. Absolutely not. This one versus Gravity won, okay? This will not keep my brows up. It doesn't even keep my brows up for like half an hour. Even if this is 24 hours, it doesn't even keep it up for 24 minutes. This, if you are looking like me, like a tornado-proof brow gel, this is not it. This does not even withhold a yawn. You yawn and your brows are done. Absolutely not. I don't like it. This is something that I liked first time I tried it, and then second time I tried it, I was like, wait a minute. And this is the Blur Lip Shaper by Makeup Revolution. Beautiful color. I got the scent in PR as well, and this one is in Secret Misty Taupe. Absolutely stunning color. And I love how it is, because it is like a blurry matte that is like, it looks matte but doesn't feel uncomfortable until it totally dries down. Then it actually crumbles off your lips. And I was like, I don't love that. So this is one of those that will start to crack and crumble off your lips after a couple of hours. And I was like, wait. No. So yeah, it looks good initially, but once you wear it, no, I didn't like it at all. Now, the last thing I have to talk about here before we get into the one fragrance I tried where I was like, why do I smell so bad? Is actually, and this pains me to say, but this is not for me. And these are the new pens by Blend Bunny Cosmetics. You saw me mention two things that I really love from Blend Bunny. You can't love everything from a brand, and these pencils are not it for me. These are supposed to be a cheek, eye, and lip pen. Some of them are not considered eye safe in the US because of the FDA regulations. I've talked about this in the Blend Bunny video. If you want to hear more about that, it's in the Blend Bunny video that I just posted. These dry down instantly, and they are absolutely budge proof to the point where you cannot work with these. These are not the kind of eyeliner you can. I used some of the Cupid arrows. The Cupid arrows from Nabla. I put it on, I smudge it, and eventually it dries down. There is no work time with these. Same with the lip liner. They are extremely creamy, almost like a gel crayon. Like they go on very pigmented, very creamy. It's very hard for me to do like a thin line with these or to just do like a sheer line with these. Like what you get is what you get, which is not my preferred formula. Some people love it. Some people don't. I don't. I like something that is a little bit more buildable, that has a little bit more wax in it, so it's a little bit more maneuverable. I don't love a thick lip liner. I know some people do. It's not my journey. We all have different preferences. And again, I like something that I can work with a bit. I can blur it, I can move it, I can smudge it. These dry down instantly, and they are extremely long wearing. And if you hear that and you're like, wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for, maybe these are for you. I will say, if you try to go over them again, or if you try to smudge them, I've been working a little bit with them off camera, they do also crumble off a bit. So this is also one of those that if you want to like reapply, or if you want to blur them, make sure to be a little bit, either super quick. I don't know how you're supposed to use these on your cheeks because they do dry down pretty instantly. But if you try to move them around, or if you try to reapply over or something like that, they might crumble, because this is that kind of formula. But if you're looking for something super, super creamy, that gives you 100% pigmentation straight away, that dries down instantly and doesn't budge, maybe this is for you. It's not how I do my makeup, and this is why these don't work for me. But if you hear me describe these and you're like, wow, that's perfect, these might be for you. The colors are beautiful though, but we all have different preferences when it comes to liners and what we like and how we like to work with them. And this isn't my favorite. I hope it makes, I always try to explain like why I don't like something. Now, let's talk about a body spray that I bought. I sprayed it on me and I was like, you know, it smelled not great. This is Ella's Brooklyn First Date, and this is a romantic, tempting, and creamy. Sure. This is date syrup, whipped cream, and tonka bean. And I love lactic fragrances. You know, fragrances that have a little bit of milk notes in them. I think they're so sexy. Again, creamy, wonderful, beautiful. Absolutely love them. You know, this one smells like you open the fridge and you're like, I think something's bad. This smells like you open the fridge, you're like, I think something's gone off. I need to clean my fridge. Mixed with almost damp basement. There's something just unhygienic about this scent. It doesn't romantic. Listen, we all have our views on romance, but romance is truly dead for me if this is how romance smells. No. This smells old to me. It smells like, yeah, it just, no. I sprayed this on me and I'm like, I smell like I need a shower. I smell like something's gone bad. It's just not, it's sticky and just basementy, and it almost feels like you step into a room that nobody's been into for 100 years. It is not giving romantic, tempting, creamy. I don't think I have ever been this disappointed by a body spray. That's not true, but I didn't buy that one. This one I blind bought. I bought it online and got it to me and I was like, absolutely not. The other ones I really did enjoy. I think my favorite ones from the new Ella's Brooklyn ones is the pomegranate one. Really love that one. I think it's beautiful. Also the strawberry one, it's very sweet. I brought that on vacation, but I enjoy that one too. Not as much as the Boy Smells one, but those two really nice fruity ones. But I also smelled the caramel body spray, and I literally made a gagging sound inside of Sephora, and the employer looked at me and I was like, because it smelled like BO. It smelled awful. That's like my worst nightmare, smelling like that. It smelled like, gagging sound. Did not enjoy. Let me know if you agree with me on some of these things. Let me know if you don't agree with me, which is perfectly fine as well. And we all have different preferences. I try to explain, like I have oily combo skin. If I didn't mention as well, I am 42 and I do have fine lines, and you know, my skin isn't as firm as it was when I was 22. So I do need something that works for me. I don't care if my pores are showing. I love me a glowy pore, so that doesn't really bother me because we all have skin texture. I won't stop using something that I love, which is glowy cheeks, just because of skin texture and pores. Listen, give me a glowy pore every day. But when it comes to foundations, I don't want them to, like, you know, slip into fine lines and stuff like that. And when it comes to preferences like liners and powders and stuff like that, we all have different things we love and different things that we hate. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I will put everything in the description box down below. I will also, if you're thinking, where's the eyeshadow palettes? I got you. I'm gonna do a separate video. It's probably gonna be either my next video or my next video. It's gonna be me ranking all of the palettes that I have tried in 2026 so far, and I'm telling you right now, it is quite a few. I hope you look forward to that video, and don't forget to subscribe. That one is coming soon, and I hope you have a great day.